From some people, Brock Purdy looks incredible.
Right.
Some people say Trey Lance looks incredible. Some people say Sam Darnold looks incredible. You know what? Fine. Whatever. Let's see it. I can't wait to see it. Some people say these joint practices mean everything. Other people say, no, it's the exhibition games. I've heard the exhibition games mean nothing, and the joint practices mean everything. You tell me. I don't know what to make of this. I don't even know what to make of this. Here's what I do know. Niner fans can't wait for this year to start.
They can't. They can't wait for Pittsburgh. And you can't wait to see who the quarterback's going to be. Now, the noise has been dead a little bit on the quarterbacks over the weekend.
No, it has not.
Well,
no, it has
you know
not.
why I was going to say.
No,
because I say Trey Lance is playing a lot better. All of a sudden, there's been a shift. All of a sudden, in the last 4 days, and we'll talk to Sterling Bennett about this at 8 o'clock, 49ers Access, network coordinator here at 95.7 The Game, but going to every single practice. We had him on twice last week, Sterling Bennett.
So he's a recurring.
He's a recurring. He's in line for the unofficial, official 49ers beat writer or 49ers reporter for the Morning Roast.
Wow.
He's in line for that gig.
Wow.
I mean, Matt Burrows will join us tomorrow. David Lombardi. But Sterling Bennett is in line for that.
So he's our 49er consigliere.
Basically.
I like that. I kind of like that. I have a question here, and I actually think this is a great little topic. And I do want to get into the Bosa thing because I think that is way more pressing than quarterback right now. I really do. Brock's going to start off as QB1, and we'll see how long that goes.
Right.
But here's one. Help me out from the 408. Should I propose at Baker Beach or Lover's Lane?
Ooh, Baker Beach, you got the backdrop of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Can I be honest with you?
What?
A lot of these proposals that I see now are about hitting the gram and getting that picture and that image.
Well, you don't like that?
No. I would just say this. As a married man who's been doing this a long time, the proposal is something that I hyped up in my own head, and it was lovely, and mine was my own goofiness, and I can explain the story someday down the line. Really, it's about the wedding day. And all the other stuff, like, for the gram and for social media and for, yes, you're going to remember it in real time and it's going to be awesome. But, like, really, it's about your wedding day and then the rest of your life. Like, honestly, don't overthink it. Just, like, if you love someone, it's about the journey of life and the many, many, many decades you have in front of you.
He asked for help on the proposal. He didn't ask you for it.
I'm just giving you my love advice.
My love advice is propose at Baker Beach. Nice backdrop.
Okay.
Got to go to Gay Bridge, nice little sunset, Marin Headlands. Come on, man.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Go out there, Baker Beach. Where is Lover's Lane?
I don't know. I figure every town has a Lover's Lane.
Yeah, but where's Lover Lane?
You would think it'd be like Twin Peaks area, right?
You got to Google it.
But, hey, all I know is Sam Darnold's been looking worse and worse in practice, and Trey Lance has been looking better and better.
Are we sure?
But there's been a shift. There's been a shift in the coverage of Trey Lance, starting with Adam Schefter on the Pat McAfee show. Remember Schefter, what he said? All of a sudden, Schefter got fed some information.
Oh, my God.
He got fed some intel.
Are we going to make it through this next month?
Are you going to make it through this next month? Oh, I'm here for this. I'm here for the chaos.
Okay, today, Monday, because this is going to change.
Right.
What's more important, the joint practice or the Sunday game?
Oh, it's a joint practice.
Who's that most important for? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
Well, it depends how many reps Trey Lance gets with the ones. But I would say for Trey Lance and Sam Darnold, for those two,
the
joint practices and the game is important.
I would say the joint practice is huge for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, Jim, who cares about Jimmy?
No,
He's not on the Raiders.
I find it hilarious.
Who cares about them? Adam Schefter, he got fed some intel on the Pat McAfee show. Listen to what Shefty said about Trey.
Change of heart.
Trey Lance, look, it's a long summer, and I'm not going to overreact to a couple of throws that are on social media, like where he's a little bit off. I can tell you that they felt like he had as good an offseason as he had, and he's more prepared than he's ever been. So let's see what happens over the course of a summer when they're in like we're not even in full pad practices yet.
Yeah, it was this one right here. This one was the one.
But listen, we live in a very reactionary world, Pat. So people want to come up and make judgments right away. And so Trey Lance is trending the right way. Let's see what happens with him this summer.
It's a long summer, according to Shefty. That was early last week. He also mentioned that the 49ers reached out to him, basically saying, we don't know what the reporters are watching. Brock Purdy looks fine. We don't know what these reporters are talking about. So there's all kind of things going on in Santa Clara with the quarterbacks. I think Tyler Miller was at practice. What's his camp analysis, I should say. Brandon Ayuk, by the way, continues to get all the reviews, all the rave reviews, right?
He looked great last year. Apparently, he looks great again this year.
He's going to be fine. McCaffrey's going to be fine. I think Debo's going to be fine. Kittle's going to be fine.
Debo looks good.
Debo does look
physically
does look good. Kittle looks like he's had a great offseason as well.
But this is what I don't understand. There's this sentiment from a lot of people to just move off of Trey Lance and get rid of him and blah, blah. The same segment of fans made 50,000 excuses for Alex Smith.
Yep.
And we waited till he was 27 years old to throw, literally, I'm looking at his stats, to throw 17 touchdowns and 11 picks. We waited till he was 27, 8,000 offensive coordinators. He had an all-pro, all-world running back in the height of his powers, and he couldn't do anything. And look, I acknowledge Alex had a very suspect situation around him. It was very different than what Trey Lance has had around him.
You can compare it to Sam Darnold's.
But the same people that wanted to give Alex time after time after time want to just throw it. Brock Purdy's my QB1. But in terms of what's behind him, right now, I'm not moving off of Trey Lance. I'm not like this is a penny wise, pound foolish decision to just move off of a 23-year-old player that I believe is getting better. And so I don't care what anyone says about week one. Week one is going to be Brock.
Right.
It's Brock's QB1.
Right.
But if you are ready to move off of Trey Lance, I don't understand it. I legitimately why? If I had a backup at linebacker and he was a young ascending player, the contract is a little expensive, and that's a fair counterpoint.
Not moving off of him,
but cutting him now actually costs you more financially.
No doubt.
If I had a backup safety, if I had a backup wide receiver, whatever it is, why am I getting rid of a 23-year-old ascending player as a backup right now when I don't have any financial, incentive to do so?
And about a league that has nothing but injuries. It's littered with injuries. Your depth gets tested every single year in this league. I mean, quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, offensive linemen. You need as much depth as you need. I mean, in this league, we saw last year with the Niners in the quarterback spot. We saw it with the offensive lineman. We saw it with the defensive lineman. We saw it at the quarterback spot. You will run out of bodies in a hurry in this league. So, I'm with you here. Trey Lance is getting better. The delivery looks a lot nicer. The ball's coming out with so much zip. Just go on the field and look at the three quarterbacks. Trey Lance looks the part. The potential's still oozing out of there. Again, I like this guy and his quarterback coach, his former one, Quincy Avery. I don't know if you saw him. He's been going crazy on Twitter.
When you have FOMO and you're out for the week and you want to get them takes off, you're all over the internet. So I spent more time on Twitter, X or whatever the hell it's called, than I had in months. So I saw everything that he said.
You saw everything that he said, and he's not happy with the way Trey Lance has been handled. Listen, one thing that's getting glossed over, we could talk about Trey Lance being injury prone with the finger, the knee, last year the broken ankle.
Criticism of Trey is fair.
But Brock Purdy quietly has had 2 major injuries in just 8 games.
What are they?
He admitted last week that he broke a rib or 2 or 3 on the first couple possessions against Tampa Bay. That was his first career start. And remember, we didn't know he was going to play on Thursday Night Football against Seattle. So you got the ribs right there off a vicious hit. Then you get the torn UCL. Who's to say he can't play 17 games? If he's not durable, he's a little fella, man. He's a little dude.
They've had one quarterback in a decade play every snap. His name's Jimmy Garoppolo. And that was 2019. Every other year, they've needed multiple quarterbacks.
Right.
Going back to the final year of Kaepernick in 2014, every year since, how many quarterbacks have played?
So many.
Except one season. Yeah. So, this thing that I've got to get rid of this guy and get rid of that guy. And if anybody goes, well, there's a roster spot consolidation.
Right.
I watched this team suit up Tevin Coleman in an NFC Championship game, and he did nothing. I've watched him suit up what's the Travis Benjamin to run a go route that no one knew. No one in the stadium thought he was getting the rock. Okay, and they suited him up for his one obligated, go route. I don't want to hear about roster spot consolidation because I can go up and down the roster and complain about all these different guys.
Does that worry you a little bit though with Brock Purdy?
What? First off, the expectations on Brock Purdy are through the roof because
with the injuries, though. With the injuries, he's a small guy.
Go to practice.
The tendencies that he had,
6'7", 315, and Brock is like 6 feet.
Right, and he's getting swallowed up.
But look, some guys, everyone keeps going. Joe, Drew Brees. Do you know how rare it is to be Drew Brees? I'm not. To me, it's disrespectful to the career of Drew Brees to say that. And it's not.
Right.
I like Brock, but to say that Brock's going to put together a 17 or 18-year career from the pocket. Russell Wilson's been playing for 9 years? His body looks completely shot. Right, physically. Now, we'll see what happens this year.
Bye.
To be an undersized pocket quarterback, even if you're a slight scrambler like Brock is, it's just really hard for big guys to stay in the league. It's really hard. I mean, Sam Darnold is like
pocket,
6'3", 6'4", and he's afraid to take hits.
No,